To politics, the growing conflict between the factions loyal to Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and former River State Governor Nyesom has intensified the crisis within the People's Democratic Party, threatening the planned 99th National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for May 27. In a statement released on Sunday, Wike announced his withdrawal from the reconciliation efforts, blaming Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and Enugu State Governor Mbah for the crisis within the party. It is reported that due to the ongoing crisis and the threat to the NEC meeting, the party's Board of Trustees called for a meeting on today in Abuja. Now to discuss this, we are joined by political analyst Jide Ojo. Jide, good afternoon. Thank you very much once more for joining us this afternoon.
It's my pleasure. Good afternoon.
Now, Mr. Ojo, to what extent does Wike's exit threaten the internal cohesion and electoral strategy of the PDP ahead of the next electoral cycle, do you think?
Well, I don't think we should single out Wike because what's happening in PDP is an ego problem, and there are different factions with entrenched interest. We have, and until yesterday, I never knew that the Seyi Makinde of Oyo State is no longer a chummy of Nyesom Wike, because you remember that they all worked together to thwart the presidential ambition of Atiku Abubakar in 2023. And it will seem like everybody is pardoning their own canoe now with the press statement released yesterday by Nyesom Wike. Of course, there are those who believe that Nyesom Wike is playing open anti-party, and for that reason should not be allowed to have his way in installing his stooges in the National Working Committee of the PDP. But as he said in that press statement, he has been a major financier of PDP and has even funded the election of some of the governors. And he who pays the piper must dictate the tune. And unfortunately, they will need to massage Wike's ego if he's not going to play the role of a cripple, of a leopard that cannot milk a cow, but who can spill the milk. You can see what happened now. Today, PDP headquarters has been sealed for hoeing ground rate. If all has been well between PDP and Wike, that embarrassment would not have happened. I hope I'm making sense. That embarrassment of having to seal up PDP headquarters, because it's self-indicting. You are a member of the PDP, now you are sealing up the PDP's national headquarters because, according to you, they are hoeing ground rent. In time past, even if they are hoeing, attempts will have been made since the last notice was issued by the PDP leaders to raise that money and pay. At least PDP up to now still have about 11 governors. Why can't they raise that ground rent and offset it? And then there are also many senators, many House of Reps members, many State House of Assembly members. Even if they have to do a luncheon or a dinner to raise that fund, the PDP should not be allowed to suffer that kind of embarrassment where their national headquarters will be sealed on account of not paying ground rent.
Okay.
But it is Nyesom Wike teaching them a lesson that if you don't have it my way, I will embarrass you.
Well, Jide, a very interesting choice of words there used to describe the FCT Minister Wike there, each one of them painting him as a juggernaut. But can Wike's withdrawal be seen as part of a broader faction battle within the PDP? And if so, which factions are currently dominant, and what does this mean for the party leadership in itself?
What the blowouts meant is the beginning of the end of PDP if care is not taken. Because already it has derailed the National Executive Committee meeting that was initially scheduled for tomorrow. That has been postponed indefinitely. Then the National Convention is also under threat because that may not also happen in August as earlier scheduled. Now, they've set up Bukola Saraki Conciliation Committee I do hope that Bukola Saraki will be able to concern all the factions that are involved in this crisis, so that normalcy can be restored. But in the event that Bukola Saraki cannot reconcile them, that would be there will be need to seek a requiem mass for the PDP, because that means the end of PDP. Because Nyesom Wike has said will not leave, but he will also not support the party in 2027.
All right, now let's talk about the regional interests here. How do regional interests, whether South-South versus Southwest, play into the fallout? Especially with Makinde being a key figure in the Southwest and Wike a key one in the South-South.
I didn't get that.
So I had asked that we take a look at the regional interests at play here regarding South-South versus the Southwest. We all know that Makinde is a key figure when it comes to the Southwest, and Wike is a key figure at the South-South. So how does this play into the dynamics?
Well, already the dynamics is not very good for the PDP. They are about to lose Umueno, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, just because of this crisis. Recall that Umueno last week granted a press interview to a sister TV station saying that he wants to leave, not because he just wants, but because of the intractable leadership crisis in the PDP. For instance, he talked about who to sign the nomination form of candidates in 2027. So if Umueno leaves, Delta governor has left, Cross River is already in the pocket of APC, likewise Edo is in APC. So the only states that are left in APC, PDP would be Bayelsa and which other one? I'm not sure there is any other one apart from Bayelsa in South-South. But in the Southwest, you have Oyo State and you have Osun State. The Osun State governor has been quiet. He has not openly said where he belongs, but he's up facing the election next year, and he's just biding his time to see where his bed will be watered. So by and large, I think at the regional level, the two states remaining in APC, PDP is Bayelsa and Rivers State. And you know, there are speculations that Fubara may also join the APC in order to survive the onslaught in 2027. That's if he gets reinstated. So on the regional level, I think the PDP is receiving a bloody nose in the South-South region, and no thanks to people like Nyesom Wike, who have said that they will work for APC even when they are in PDP, and that's open anti-party. But then, what about their chairman board of trustee, former Senate president, former president of the Senate, Adolphus Wabara, that has also openly endorsed Alex Otis, governor in Abia State, for re-election in 2027, when he knows that PDP will most likely fill the candidate for that same position. So you can see that anti-party is not limited to only Nyesom Wike. If Adolphus Wabara, who happens to be a number 3 citizen of this country, will play anti-party, despite being the chairman of the board of trustees of PDP, then you cannot single out Nyesom Wike for blame for the anti-party. But the point to note on the whole is that politics is a game of interest. It's not a game of friendship or anything. Today's enemies could become chummies and buddies tomorrow.
All right,
and that's the nature of politics. And you can see that even 2 years ahead of the next election, there are alignment and the alignment of forces.
All right, then, Jide Ojo, thank you very much for joining us once again to give us your expert view on the matter. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. And